Okay, here's the infuse dock. It doesn't properly fit the phone because the way you're supposed to use this dock is that the phone should snap into the cradle, and then after you snap the phone into the cradle, you should then slide this to engage the phone. Okay, that should require no more force than it does to slide empty. Right now, this will not engage the phone. Okay, the only way to get this to engage the phone is to push up on this from the bottom, to push up on it from here, so that it will slide into the phone. You got to push down on the phone at the same time. That means this jack is constantly pushing down on your phone, which is really, really bad. What I've discovered, I'm going to look up the details tonight, is that if you grind this hump down right here, this is the pivot point where the phone wants to pivot, where the shape is slightly different. If I grind this down a little bit, the phone will sit, half a millimeter lower, and the USB jack should properly engage the phone. Now, the corners is where the problem is. This is the corner. Okay, if you feel it, there's a lip under here. See that lip right there? Okay, that lip, there it goes. Okay, that lip is supposed to engage the front face of the phone. So, this is a Touch Pro 2, but the idea is the same. The lip should overlap the edge of the front face of the phone, so that the phone physically cannot come forward when the phone is sitting in the cradle. The point is not to hold the phone from the sides. The point is this lip is supposed to actually overlap the top edge of the phone right here on the S2, of course, so that the phone physically cannot lift out. Okay, that's the instructions. Why they tell you the way you get the phone out is you apply pressure here. Okay, this bends the jack. See how it's bending? See? When that bends forward, that allows the phone to move, allows the edge to move this way just enough that the phone can pop out. Okay? The only way to properly engage a phone, the only way to engage the phone on this, as is to leave this socket up, insert the phone onto the USB plug, and then snap it down. That works fine, except you're bending your jack every time you do that. That's really, really bad news. And if it's sitting in the cradle, and this happens to pop out, so it's now loose, the only thing holding it in is that jack on the bottom. And as you're driving along, it's going to bounce around and trash your jack over time. So, to fix this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little piece of plastic, but I'm going to make it round shaped, of course, and I'm going to put a little piece of plastic just like that. It'll be black, it'll be the same shape as this, but it'll make that from a, autofocus please, it'll go from being a round edge to a straight edge like that, so that the top two here will positively engage the face of the phone and keep it from moving. And then, of course, I will grind this down to allow the USB jack to engage, and then to allow me to remove it, I'm going to leave these a friction fit, and I'm going to add a piece of plastic to this here so that it'll overlap just like that. It'll be a flat black piece of plastic as wide as the front of this part here is, so that when it's down like this, it won't engage the phone. But when it's closed, it'll engage the bottom face of the phone. And now the phone will be positively locked into the cradle like it's supposed to be. Probably even better than the one designed for the Epic Touch. And I won't have to worry about it popping out of the phone. I might even add a positive retention to keep this from sliding down, so that when I go mountain biking, it won't go nowhere. And that's it. So I'm going to add 2 plastic tabs here to engage the front face of the phone, and I'm going to add a plastic tab along here so that when I engage the USB slider jack, it also covers the front face of the phone, just a hair, 2-3 millimeters, just enough that the phone physically cannot be removed from this until you slide this down and disengage the phone. So the idea will be, you will stick the phone in like this, underneath the tabs, lay it down. You will then slide this to engage the USB jack and lock the phone in place by covering the edge of the phone. Now the phone cannot be removed until you slide this down, lift from the bottom, disengage from the top. That's how I'm going to modify it. Once I do that, I'll make another video.